Hey, this is Keith with Second Culture. I want to thank you for taking the time to stop in, because I just want to tell you a little bit about Second Culture. The difference between us, or at least the concept of Second Culture, is that we are approaching music the way that a painter would approach a painting, of trying to do a sonic landscape, of trying to impress you on that level, not with giving you some kind of song or anything. And we take that approach too, with the fact that as we're putting out a piece of music, an album, a CD, a release, it's only going to be out with the amount of that we put it out, and when people buy it all up, it's gone. And so most music, when a creator puts it out, it's out there for his entire life, and that's not happening here. Again, that approach with a painter, once somebody buys that up, it's gone. It's a rough time for musicians right now, and I like it because it's like we can make music very quickly. So it's really a great time for what Second Culture is doing, which is myself, Andy Hudson, and Mark Florin at this time. The release of Flying Potion, it's all just a lifestyle. It didn't have anything to do with like sitting there processing through all of this stuff of just trying to come up with the right notes and everything. It was really just a whole intentional need to create, of doing it like very much in the same sort of process of a painter, of not knowing why, where it's like maybe a little bit mental or a little bit insane. You know, one thing that we're always shooting for is the beauty of the music. What I'm trying to do and what I think about and the magic of Second Culture is trying to get to people with this kind of music that has an honesty to it. Because when I fell in love with music, there was just this way that it made me really transform my life. And so I mean, I don't think about it, but after the music is done and when I listen to music in headphones, what I think about is just wanting it to have the impression of translating this beauty and this way that it moved me, seeing the world in a different way because of the music. And for that reason, it's not instrumental, but like the way that Andy approaches the vocals is not with trying to like have a meaning, having a direct meaning. It's all, you know, the words that we use are in a made-up language. It's not even a language really, it's just sounds, you know, of just having vocals and using the vocal box the way that he sings is as an instrument, of not just like, I don't have anything against singers, but there's just so much about what's been going on with music that's just the same shit over and over and over. And there's just a way that I think that I used to look at music when I was a teenager. I was especially in love with progressive rock, especially the band Yes. The sound of Second Culture is really a lot more similar to Berlin School krautrock of especially Klaus Schulze, Tangerine Dream. You know, that's the sound of it, but a lot of the spirituality is what I got off of Yes, and this kind of like magic and this connection with God and with seeing things on a deeper level.
It's the key, the node where all roads and ways meet. You'll arrive there at some point to see. It's the only place you need to know.
I want to create a magic vibe. When I'm making the music, I want the music to have a magic through it, and then once we go to all the trouble of getting the music packaged and everything, I want all that magic to be like transformed into a person, and like it doesn't even have to be a defined thing. It's just of having this emotional feeling of once they're there, of just having them moved and having them be not knowing what happened to them in a way, but knowing it was a very beautiful thing that just happened to them And I get very sort of obsessive compulsive like a kid when I see something or hear something very beautiful, and I have to hear it over and over, and I want to take possession of my listeners like that. I did want to touch on some things about the whole Berlin school, because we definitely have that. How Klaus Schulze, Tangerine Dream, the thing with the gear, and even the second generation of some of those people like Steve Roach and a lot of that kind of stuff, because we like Depeche Mode and music with beats. And there's really this segregation between a lot of the old school electronic camps, just because a lot of that old music, they didn't have drum machines and stuff like that. And I love drum machines. I love beats. But by the same token, this is not necessarily, I mean, you could dance to this music, but it's not really club music. It's really music that's very personal, intimate, and sort of private. And even if you're hearing just a sound, there's going to be some kind of rhythmic quality to it. That's kind of where we're coming from, is really trying to perfect that sound, of working with having a very impressionistic sound, lots of depth, lots of color, working maybe with sounds that are not so musical sounding, but the way we combine it with beats and other qualities of just bringing it together where it's not always so melodic, or maybe something that's more a bit of noise or some kind of interesting noise, where just at the right time something melodic or a voice or a guitar comes in. Second culture is a hybridization, a stew, as it were, or a tonic of all of music history, everything, of classical music, of not jazz from a musicianship point of view, but from a conceptual point of view. And that is a big, big thing within second culture, where I'd like to think that we're much more like contemporary visual art, of like the concept. The concept is important. The ideas are important from the beginning. It's like I'm going to get an idea in my head first. Probably a song title or something. Maybe not even try to put intention in there, but of just having that like a mantra of a song title, an idea. And then I just start doing stuff, working with these instruments, like my paintbrushes. I do have a very intimate relationship with all this gear. I hope it comes out. I hope you see it. Thank you.